What's going on, guys? Prodigy here, and today we're going to be talking about my reasons for liking anime, as well as why other people would enjoy watching anime and how I kind of pretty much started. Now, before you comment weeaboo down in the comment section below, you should go ahead and watch this video. I'm going to be talking about a little bit of the history of anime, and this isn't really going to be a history video, it's just going to be my opinion on anime and just a little bit of facts as well. But if you want a real history video, I might go and leave links down in the description below that has a really informational series on the history of anime and where it was made and everything. It's actually kind of interesting. I recommend watching it. Anime was made back in 1917. Imokawa Musuko Genkaban no Maki is considered to be the first professional anime film. It is created by Oten Shimokawa in 1917, and the mainstream production of anime began during World War II. Momotaro Umi no Shinpai in 1945, which was propaganda film and is the first anime featured length film. So pretty much anime has been around for a long time, as well as like a lot of the the cartoon industry in general. I'm pretty sure it started in Japan, to be honest. I mean, there has been motion picture films for a long time, but I noticed that like a lot of Walt Disney had taken a lot of consideration from film producers in Japan, as well as different anime series. I'm pretty sure the first anime ever is Astro Boy, which I'm pretty sure you may have heard of that, because there's like a movie that came out recently called Astro Boy, but it was actually an anime that ran between 1961 through 1964, and it was kind of like one of the main it was the first anime series to be produced, to be televised. So there has been other anime series before that, but this is the first one to be televised. Alright, now that's a little bit of the history on anime and how it was made. And if you don't know what anime is, it's of course Japanese cartoons. I mean, so how did I start watching anime? So when I was a kid, I never really watched Pokemon growing up. Like, my mom called it Chin Cartoons. So, I was only allowed to watch Teen Titans. And then I was allowed to go and watch whatever, pretty much, but, like, my mom said, oh, yeah, you don't want to watch that, they're Chin cartoons, they're kind of stupid. To be honest, though, the cartoon Pokemon, I still don't enjoy it now. I mean, maybe I would enjoy it, but I was kind of raised to not really like it. I mean, I like anime, but I just don't really like Pokemon. I mean, the story, the art style, everything just kind of seems really, really dull to me. I mean, the games do kind of seem interesting, but, I haven't really played them, to be honest, so rip childhood, but the actual anime itself, though, I don't know, it's just kind of like animal abuse, you get Pokemon to go and fight each other, animal abuse to its finest. I remember one time when my mom was with my stepdad at the time, my neighbor, he was around my age, and then he came over one time, and then he put on an anime named Black Butler, and that was actually the first anime that I've ever sat down, and it seemed alright. There were other animes that he put on as well, like, what was it called, Inuyasha? I'm pretty sure that he put on Inuyasha, and I honestly don't like that shit. I know a lot of people do, so I just offended a lot of people, but it's just too goddamn long, and the art style, oh my god, it's from the fucking 80s, alright? Come on, come 1v1 me, bro, alright? So I didn't really, I wasn't really that attached to anime. I mean, I watched that one series with my friend because he put it on, but I didn't really watch anime later. But then he put on another anime, it was in my bedroom, and it was like a really ecchi one, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Why are there anime chicks with big tits? And I was like, what the hell, dude, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm 12 years old, I'm gonna get in trouble, and so, I didn't really watch anime, not the point that I was gonna get in trouble, I just never really got attached to it. But then one summer, I was just feeling really bored, I was playing Xbox, I got bored of playing Xbox, and then one summer, I believe it was 2013, I decided, hey, wait, what was that series my friend told me about? It was like Rosario Vampire, High School of the Dead, and then it was Black Butler. And so I decided, hey, I really like Black Butler, let me go and rewatch that. So I rewatched it, and I really liked it this time. Like, I enjoyed it a lot more, because, I really like the hairstyles that a lot of the anime characters have. Like, I don't know, I just kind of like it. It's like an emo style, but then it's not really too emo, like where you're like a faggot or anything, But I don't know, I really like the hairstyle because, back as a kid, I saw Dan and Phil and all of them, and I don't know, I really like their hair. I don't know, like I have their hairstyle that's kind of longish now, but I don't know, I just really like the hairstyle, and I got attached to the animation, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. And Rosario Vampire, I remember I had the biggest obsession with that, because I'm like, I didn't know other animes existed that were like it, because at the time I didn't know how many animes, what anime was, how many there were, and all the details of that. So, I mean, actually what kind of got me to want to go and watch it again is one time I was on the Xbox Live Market, and I was looking through the indie game list, and I remember seeing an anime character. I'm like, damn, that actually looks really good. Like, what was that called? Oh, that's anime. I remember. Let me go and look up those series that I watched. And after I finished the series, I was like, damn, like, I really wish there were more of this. And then I found a website called myanimelist.com. And through there, I was able to go and search up an anime that I liked. And I'm like, and then there were recommended videos or recommended anime to that as well. So I was able to go and find animes that were similar to the one that I watched. So, of course, I watched a lot of ecchi and harem ones. You know, got to get that in there. The action, adventure, the romance, all that shit. You know, I was Sword Art Online. That was one of the first ones that I've watched as well, because it was related to... It was related to, I think, Rosario Vampire, or one of them. And so, basically, from that point on, I just pretty much spent the entire summer of 2013 in my room watching anime. And I continued to go and watch anime throughout the school year, and... I noticed that I didn't really lose a lot of my friends, but I noticed that I didn't really play Xbox all that much anymore, and I just kind of got bored of Xbox at that point, and then I actually got PlayStation 4 when it came out, like a little bit, like a year or two after it came out, and then I got into gaming a little bit more, and then I was able to go and afford a better PC, and that's where I am now. You know, I talk to a lot of friends on Skype and shit, and I watch anime occasionally, but I pretty much watched a shit ton of anime that's pretty good. I haven't really watched a lot of the older ones from like the 80s, or just stuff that I'm not really interested in, but I have probably around like 300 confirmed animes, something like that, series that I finished. So, you know, no life here, no life. Considering each episode is usually around 20 minutes, and there's usually around 12 to 24 episodes per series, and I've watched like 300 series. So, you know, I am still watching anime, and I decided, why don't I make a video on it, because I hadn't made a video in like 6 days, and I'm like, hey, why don't I go and just say my reasons for liking anime, how I started liking anime. So yeah, because I started watching anime recently again, because usually I finish everything for the current season. They have new animes series are released, and I usually wait for them to go and finish, and then I finished the series while the new ones are coming out, so that I'm not really bored. So I usually just watch them all in one sitting, get that all done, and then I go and play games with friends on Skype, or, you know, all of that stuff, etc. Because I pretty much watched all of the older animes. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a shit ton of older animes that I haven't even touched yet, but I've touched a lot of the good ones that I personally enjoy. So if you guys want to see my anime list, I'll leave it down in the description below. There is some that I haven't added in there yet. Depending on when you're watching this video, they might be added in, I don't know. But you can go and see my list of anime down below. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you don't get too offended by this or anything. Because I noticed a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel like anime, because they have anime profile pictures, so I'm like, hey, why don't I go and make a tribute video to this? It's kind of what I'm doing currently, and I didn't really have anything else to really talk about, so I'm like, sure, why don't I go and make a video about anime. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to go and leave a like down below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and if you leave a comment, I'll make sure to go and reply. Thank you guys for watching, and Prodigy X117 is out.